everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends 6-Armed Spider-Man. So, he doesn't come with any accessories, so let's go ahead and hop right on into the review. So, looking at the head sculpt, it looks really good. This whole figure is just a remold of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie figure. That's why he has all the texturing going on and stuff. So, I think this head sculpt was just painted slightly different, but it's more or less the same with the one it came with. And none of the lines are painted on. I see that that's a thing that a lot of people are complaining about with this figure in particular, is that the lines aren't painted on. And that does bother me, but I mean, after so long of seeing it without the webs, I think it looks funny with the webs. I might try to do it, but I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that much. But, you know, they should have really put the lines on, like, black. They should have painted the black in there. And he also uses the Iron Spider's hands. So this is really just a kit bash. And a lot of people don't like it, too, because the torso is all one piece. Like, there's no swivel at the waist, there's no ab crunch, there is no articulation in the torso here at all. And that really does bother me, because I've seen people mod their Spider-Man out with the 6 arms. And yeah, the ball pegs are floating out from the figure, because the way Hasbro did it is it sinks into the holes right here. It's not just, you know, the arms pegged into the body. It's the arms are actually made into the torso. But I think I would have rather had the ball joints just floating on the side of the figure, because, you know, this hinders the articulation a lot. And the customizers and stuff that made the ones where the ball pegs just kind of floating out where they drilled the holes, that still retained all the articulation. It didn't lose any articulation. It's also really weird that Hasbro chose to go with this body mold, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 body mold, instead of, you know, the Pizza Spider-Man. I feel like that would have been a lot better. I mean, you know, they still probably would have done a new torso piece, but at least reuse the hands, or the arms and legs and head from Pizza Spider-Man. Because with all the texturing going on right here, it just looks like a movie figure to me. Maybe it's because I had that figure for so long. I traded that away, I think it was last week, that Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie figure. Now right here where the arms are ripping out of the suit right here, it just looks really weird because of the peg right there, or not the peg, the joint right there, and on the, hold on, let me move it here. On the left side, I'm getting a bunch of scuff and scraping, and I'm not sure why, because I've been trying to move it easily, but you know, it hasn't really been working. So that plastic is getting chewed up pretty bad right there. It also feels, it feels like it's been chewed on because the plastic's getting chewed up whenever you move it. That's another reason why I think they should have just went with, you know, the customizer route like the customizers did, and just have a hole in the side of the figure and then put the arms in. Because having it like this, it's scraping the normal arms up here. So, you know, that's pretty bothersome. And then the pegs right here are red. Like, why can't Hasbro paint those? It's not going to take that much to paint them. Like, I don't even think the paint would scrape off. I think they just need to paint over it. It could just be one layer. It just looks horrible like that. So, let's go over the articulation of this figure now. So, all of his shoulders are ball jointed, but the top arms only move out that far. The middle arms move out all the way, and so do the bottom arms. And see what I mean about that joint right there being like they should have painted it blue or something. It just looks really weird, especially when you have it like that. He has swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist to move side to side, and up and down. Now, moving the right side is pretty easy, but the left side does stick, and you can see that joint in there kind of turning white because of having to force it. So that's pretty unfortunate. For all the rest of his arms, though, they all have ball joints. They have swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows, swivel the wrist to move side to side, and up and down. No articulation here in the torso. He can do a complete split. He can kick forward all the way. He can even kick out. And he can kick back all the way. That was the one thing with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. He had some really good articulation, especially in the legs. You could really get him in some nice poses. He had swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, swivel at the shin, swivel at the ankle, and an ankle rocker. So if you have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie figure, you pretty much know what to expect from this, minus the torso. So before I do a size comparison, I want to see, this is my first time trying it, so hopefully it works, if the Peter Parker head fits on here. Like that classic comic cover. And yes, that does fit on there. It looks a little big, like compared to the body. I think it's pretty big for the body, but you can do that. So for the size comparison, I'm only going to compare one figure here. I'm going to compare him to the all-new, all-different Marvel Spider-Man. This is the Pizza Spider-Man body. It's just repainted. And I think that Hasbro really should have reused that instead of reusing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie figure. I think it would have looked so much better than you know, what they did. So, overall, I'm not particularly sold on this figure. I don't think it's great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Plus, he doesn't even come with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Kingpin figure. So, you know, you don't even really need him. So, honestly, I'd just skip him altogether. I might try modding him out. I don't know. I kind of like to mod him out, see what he looks like without the arms. Or I might just do a wash of black, see if that makes it better. I don't know. I'm just not particularly a fan of this figure. Like I said, he doesn't even have a Build-A-Figure piece, so getting him isn't even necessary. So, overall, if you're a fan of this design, I'd recommend getting it, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend getting it. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.